right, good morning, friends. It is nice and early. It is 6:15. I have been awake for 15 minutes. I'm sure you guys can tell by my eyes. Not really awake. I am starting my postpartum freezer meals for when little Lucas comes. If you guys are new here, I am very pregnant. I know you can't tell from this angle right now, but I want to get some freezer meals in my freezer to make postpartum as smooth as possible. If you haven't seen it, the last video I posted was the haul when I got all of these ingredients to make said meals. So I'm starting very early so that hopefully I can get a lot done before my family wakes up, and then when they wake up, I'll take a break. Nick will help. We'll reset the kitchen, and then maybe we'll be able to keep going. I'm not really sure. I have a little list to start myself today. This is definitely going to be over a couple of days because toddlers and holiday stuff, I still need to get all my Christmas stuff put away. So I'm just going to do little chunks until we're done. And I knew my brain wouldn't be awake, so I wrote it in the order I need to do it so that I have everything cooked and ready. So the first thing I need to do is make some rice, and then I'm going to jump into some meal kits. I plan on making 8 different like crock pot meals. So I'm going to have chicken with like a sauce marinade in one bag, and then I'm going to have my rice and cauliflower rice mixture, which I'll show you, in another bag. And then I have frozen vegetables to just throw into the microwave so that when I'm starting to feel a little better, I can do a little bit of cooking without really throwing myself all the way into it. And then I have some chicken fried rice that I want to make to put into the freezer, Mexican casserole, and enchiladas, and everything except for the enchiladas needs rice, so I want to start with the rice. And last night, before I went to bed, I threw some frozen chicken in my crock pot. Oh, you can't see it, I'm in your eye. That black pot is like the liner of the crock pot. And I threw in a whole bunch of chicken in there, lightly seasoned it, salt, pepper, onion powder, garlic, just so that it had a little seasoning. But it's gonna go in a variety of things, and honestly, I'm not sure if I even cooked enough. So we're gonna dive in, start with the rice. That chicken's all cooked. It's gonna go into my mixer to get shredded for some of these meals. But rice first because it needs to get cold before I can put it in baggies. So rice time, let's do this. Are you with me? Grab your water, grab your coffee. We can do this. All right, so at this point I have my rice all cooked, all mixed up. I put the cauliflower rice into it, so it's half regular white rice and half cauliflower rice. Just add some more veggies in there. I like it like that. I pretend that it's enough vegetables, but I guess if it's half rice, half vegetables, it's pretty good. But I have it cooling behind me, just chilling. And now I'm going to do those meal kits that I was talking about. So I have my freezer bags in front of me. I have all the sauces. So I have a barbecue, an Italian, I have a General Tso's, teriyaki, sweet and sour, tiki masala, butter chicken, and a korma curry. So all I'm going to do is portion enough chicken into each bag that it will feed us, and then dump enough of the marinade / sauce, whatever, on top. And then I will be putting them into these really big bags when the rice cools enough so that the rice will be in a quart size bag, and then I will throw into the big bag a bag of frozen vegetables, and I'll label this big bag of, it'll say Italian chicken, green beans, rice. And if you don't cook in your crock pot as regularly as I do when it comes to chicken, maybe you could put down that you need to do it on low for 4 hours, high for 8 hours. Put some cooking directions down there. I use my crock pot all the time, so I'm just going to put the name and the date. So let's get into this. All of my chicken marinades until I ran out of chicken. I still have 3 that I need to do, 3 of the curries, which is fine. I can stop and get more chicken. That's not an issue. I have to leave today anyway. The plan was not to get it all done today. I just took out the frozen veggies that I'm going to put in each kit. My rice is cool. I am going to make up 5 baggies of this rice. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I'm gonna get all of these in the freezer, and that's 5 meals done in about an hour, since it's 6:55 right now. So that's pretty good. I didn't get 8 done like I wanted, but you know, baby steps will get it done. This is not going very smooth. My sleepy brain apparently couldn't figure out how to do the proportions to get enough rice, which is fine. I will make more. I'm gonna just rinse out my pot, since all it was rice in here. Get my 3 meal kits that I was able to completely finish into the freezer. And then we'll complete these meal kits when I have more rice. So let's do that. More rice. Waiting for the rice to cook and cool again. I had some breakfast, and I also made the mixture for my Mexican casserole. It has peppers, onions, corn, red beans, black beans, white beans, and then it's gonna have the rice. I'm gonna mix that all up, throw it into some tins. Then I'm going to put a thin layer of sour cream and then top it with cheese. That's like just a casserole. I'm gonna take it out of the freezer, let it defrost, pop it in my oven. No thought process. Got your proteins, you got your grains, you got your veggies. It's all done. No thinking involved. But now that I have my rice, I'm gonna finish these two little bags of rice for my meal kits. I wasn't as patient with these ones to cool, so they'll be fine. They're going straight into the freezer. Yes, it is all going to be frozen together. I do know that, but it's gonna defrost by the time we need to eat it. I will make sure I take it out in time because the chicken's gonna need to come out so that it can get cooked up. And meal kits are done, and it didn't take that much longer. 7:30 instead of what did we say, 7:15? That's not too bad. So rice, boom, and rice, boom, all done. Got rice on the table. My table's clean. I promise. I've been wiping it and washing my hands in between. I just don't think anyone would find it interesting to watch someone wash their hands. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments below and I will start filming myself washing my hands. While I'm here, I'm going to make the baggies for the other 3 chicken dishes, just so that's done. Don't have to think about it. All right, time for more rice. Eventually it'll all get mixed together in that Mexican casserole, like I said. So my family has woken up. There's the little creature over there. Hi, Amelia. Hi, baby. So I got my fried rice done. I started to make the filling for my enchiladas. I have shredded chicken down there with peppers and onions. I shredded up my chicken in my mixer. If you've never done that, crock-pot chicken shreds so nicely in a mixer. If you don't have like a KitchenAid or something, you can use a hand mixer. But my fried rice is done. I have a noisy toddler. Green beans, corn, carrots, peas, rice, chicken, soy sauce, rice vinegar, sesame oil, chicken, and a little hot sauce in here, along with some ginger powder and sesame seeds. So I'm gonna throw all of this in a bag, and this will be another meal all done. And since everyone is out and it is loud, I did not show you this, but I made my pot pie filling, which I just used some of that shredded chicken, a bag of frozen veggies, some gravy, salt and pepper, and I mixed it all up. I have frozen pie shells in the freezer already, and so this will be another meal ready to go. All right, it's finally kind of quiet, so I wanted to get another food item done. These are my enchiladas. Let's see from the side so you can see them. So it's tortillas with that chicken and peppers all rolled up, and I used the enchilada sauce, dumped it on top, and topped it with some cheese. We had just enough left for a lunch, so that's awesome. So this will be my lunch for today. Some tortilla, pepper, onions, basically everything in this except for enchilada sauce, but I topped it with a little hot sauce. So it made a lunch as well, and I have leftover tortillas. All right, friends, I am calling it for day 1. I'm not sure what my plan is for day 2, so stay tuned for the next clip and we'll find out together. But this is a wrap for day 1. I feel like we got a lot done. We got 10 items. Hi, Hercules. We got 10 different meals in the freezer ready to go, so that's very exciting to me. All right, it is day 2. It is the afternoon. Amelia is sleeping. My plan of attack today is to make the lasagna, the baked noodles, since they didn't have ziti, and pancakes. That's my goal for today, just those 3 things. We're having company tonight, and I didn't start until pretty late today, so just gonna get these 3 things checked off my list today, and we'll do a couple more tomorrow. But today is all about the lasagna, baked noodles, and pancakes. I figured those would be good to do today because they are very brainless. I have all of those in my brain. I don't need to look up recipes or anything along those lines. So, and you've seen me make them plenty of times, so today will just be a quick little snippet for you guys of me flying around the kitchen. All right, friends, I am hoping today will be the last day for like the meals, and I can just be throwing in baked goods as needed, or as I have energy, not as needed. But I have 4 more meals to do. I want to do shepherd's pie, which is what we're doing first, chicken divine, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, mac and cheese and a taco noodle dish. So it's kind of like a taco bowl, but instead of rice, it's gonna be with noodles. Anyway, I have some of my stuff out to get rocking on this shepherd's pie. If you've ever made shepherd's pie, it's very easy. You just cook up your ground meat, season it however you would like, throw in some veggies, top it with gravy and mashed potatoes, and bada bing, bada boom, you are done. So at this point, I have my mixture for my shepherd's pie already done. The gravy, the ground meat, and the veggies. I have them off to the side until those potatoes are done cooking. So since that's kind of on autopilot for a while, because those potatoes are gonna take a little bit, should have put them in a bigger pot, but hindsight's 2020. I have switched to the taco noodle bake, so I have some more ground meat cooking. I put an onion in there. It's gonna have lots of taco seasonings. The noodles, obviously. 2 cans of Rotel, and maybe some corn. I'm gonna see how it looks. Maybe some, I was gonna say beans, but I have a lot of ground meat that's gonna go into it, so probably not beans, but maybe some corn. And those will just go right into casserole dishes as well. We're gonna top them with cheese, and those will be delicious. I shredded up my chicken for the last 2 meals, the mac and cheese and the chicken divine, while everything was kind of on autopilot on the stove. So we're just kind of chugging along. I don't want to start with either one of those meals until these meals are done, just because my luck, everything will get done at once, and I don't have the brain capacity to deal with that today. It's the holiday season, and there's like 1,000 things going on still. So, I'm gonna get this all done so that it's not on autopilot. I can check the 2 meals off, and then I'll go to the last 2. And this is what I have so far. I wasn't expecting these to make as much. I am not good at making small amounts of food, but I have 2 shepherd's pies ready to go, and then 2 of that noodle bake. I'm pretty excited to eat this. I had a bite of the filling because I had never made it before to make sure it was tasty. That is delicious. So into the freezer you go. The next thing up is the mac and cheese and the chicken divine. All right, it is mac and cheese time. I have my roux in here, which is just equal parts butter and flour, letting that flour kind of cook a little bit so it doesn't taste a little funky. Got some water going for my pasta. I'm making mac and cheese. I have my whole milk out. I have some random cheese I'm going to use up. And then I have a brick of sharp cheddar. I do have more cheese if I need it, but we're going to start with this. I don't think we will, but we shall see. My pasta is in and cooking. I ended up using some rotini and not those elbows that I bought because I ended up making a bigger taco noodle thingamajig. And now that my milk is warm, I am just gonna keep mixing and mixing and mixing and dropping in cheese until the cheese is all melted in a nice sauce. That's the thing with mac and cheese. There is no walking away. I am stuck here now until this is done. All right, so this is pretty much all done. There's still a couple little small pieces of cheese that need to melt, but this is some creamy, dreamy mac and cheese here, or mac and cheese sauce, whatever. I didn't end up using any of those oddball partials in this. I just used that brick and it is like perfection. It smells so good. I added, obviously, some salt. I need to still add pepper, which I'm realizing now because there's no flecks in here. Garlic powder, onion powder, and some mustard powder. That is everything I put into my mac and cheese. All right, mac and cheese is done. I added my pound of pasta. I added a bunch of shredded chicken and a bag of frozen broccoli. Mixed it all up, and now I'm just gonna put it in my foil pan, and it will be ready for the freezer. All right, I did not wash my palette, I am aware. It's called Flavor. Very similar flavors in this, so I didn't feel like washing it. I have a can of cream of chicken in here and the same amount of whole milk, just getting it so it's all one consistency. And my rice water is boiling, so I need to put my rice on. All right, and this is everything. Sorry I couldn't show you me finishing that chicken divine, but everything got done at the same time and I needed to focus. But I ended up adding another can of cream of mushroom instead. So a can of cream of mushroom, can of cream of chicken, equal parts of the canned to milk to make a nice sauce. Added a whole bunch of shredded chicken in there, broccoli, seasonings, and I topped it with cheese. And then obviously my rice is in there. And I had just enough cheese to cover my macaroni. So I'm gonna wrap these up and pop them in the freezer. And the food portion, or not the food portion, the dinner savory food is done. I have some muffins I want to make and breads and that kind of stuff. But the dinners is all done. All right, friends, ignore the wild hair, extreme wild hair. I am editing before my family is totally awake so that I can get this done with, get this video up. You guys said you didn't want to have videos longer than 25 minutes. So I am going to put all my baking video into a separate freezer meal video for you guys. So this is a wrap for today. Make sure you stay tuned so you can see all the breakfast goodies that I'm going to make for the freezer. Bye, guys.